Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This show is Scanner Fox back with another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile, where we are going to continue our, you know, our run as Aragorn, which is actually gone pretty good. If you did not see the last episode, I really encourage you to watch that one because that one's going to be the one that just like it's basically just going to be the spelling of the end for um, this because we're doing so well. Like we're just doing so well um, when it comes to just taking out Mordor. Now we finally have gotten a pretty decent like grapple on his lands, which is just great. We're gonna go ahead and do Elendil the Tall, just to do another legend because why not? We have plenty of we have plenty of other things that we can get out of these legends, and I'm thinking of going for another one just to see what happens. And we're making so much money hand over fist now. It's hardly even a problem anymore. I feel like. Let's see. Game. I'm just trying to see which of these is actually good to get. Doesn't look like any of those are good. Journey's not good. We're not really that good anyway. Diplomatic range 50% activities. I feel like getting that's pretty good, and then we might go to arbitration. And then I think that's the last thing I can really get that's going to help me a whole lot with wandering. So, not looking to use that a whole lot longer. So, that's good. I'm not going to extend any of these anymore. We've gotten our use out of them. And that should be the end of this war here. You'll love to see it. We're going to go ahead and disband. And that should free up a lot of gold. Legend wise, we are currently at a total of 4 of the 100 total that we have. I don't like that this guy here has a piece of land of ours. That's really annoying. But he does have 74,000 allies, which sucks for us. So, one thing I want to see is there like a way that we can actually up this? Okay, so here's something we can do. We can up every single one of the remaining men at arms, which I think is going to be super helpful since we have some money to spend. Actually, did and I think we just had just enough to max that out. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to uh, save up some gold now. We don't have any reason at all to disable buildings. Okay, so there's a few duchy buildings that we can get rid of. Let me see. He wants that one, which is fine with me. Let me see. Do they still think I have too many of these? There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then now we can ransom off that, which is good. Alright, so moving on. Is there a way that we can offer vassalization to this guy? Absolutely not. So that means that we're going to be going to war for him. Unfortunate for him, but it is what it is. I can't really fiddle far with these guys anymore. And for those of you wondering, yes, I did just use the term fiddle farting. So there's that. Moving on along, we're going to just go ahead and make the main rallying point right here. Raise everybody, and we'll just send everybody over here. 7 months to raise everybody is a pretty long time. That's kind of annoying, but not too worried about it all the same. Yeah, see how much gold we get so fast. Even this is even with like just a lot of these guys here. Um, Let me go ahead and see. Can I not link these guys together here? Oh, they're already there. Okay, they were already. That's actually kind of funny. They were already moving because some of them had already gotten what they needed. So okay, moving on along. Not too worried about this guy. This guy, I feel like he's good, but he's kind of. It's kind of hard and really inconvenient to go over there and help him right now. And even though he's a good ally to have, it's just one of the things it's not really worth worrying about right this moment. Condemn him for his transgressions. Beautiful. Goodness gracious. So many troops just like start sieging this land here. Oh goodness. Sort of hit me with the question of, is your goal still the same? Well, absolutely it is. It ain't changed just because someone else took over it, so don't think we can siege that one. That's just a regular old city. We can go for this one. Man, I'm just tearing this thing up right now. Goodness gracious. Just becoming more inconvenient than anything because I'm having to siege so much stuff for this guy who's not even fighting me. But whatever, I'll take it. Disbanding all my guys now. We can go ahead and upgrade the legend already, which is really fast considering. We have okay. This is actually pretty big. We need to go ahead and probably get the best guy we can possible there. We're gonna start a new thing here because this is a completely different kingdom, quote unquote. Not going for these guys. I think that's fine. I don't really want to fight any more bigger realms than I have to right at the moment. Okay, so moving on along here. Hold court real fast. Gesture him in. Cool. I'm not worried about the peasants right now. Okay. Let's actually look at our house. When's our next that's our faith. There's our house. Open Legacy's the next one is at 3750, so we're still quite a ways away from that. We cannot go to war with him yet, which is a little disheartening, but we still have some time before we can actually do that. So we don't have anything for artifacts, and now we're just sitting here waiting. Okay. Kind of taking a look at ooh, okay. So Aragorn dies at the age of 221. Um, Played him for 153 years, continue as Queen Andriel. We are going to go ahead and do that. Summon the physician. Let's see what happens here. And she apparently does not have any heirs, which is kind of wild. That's your daughter and best friend. Arrange a marriage. Alliance power matrilineally. Wait, I am so confused. Oh, she's widowed. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, so no matter what, this is over. Like, as soon as this character dies, this run is done. So, we have to make do with this. Okay, so the game has to the game's only got so much longer. um, hmm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so I'm so curious. So let's look at that. Aragorn had had 4 children, but apparently, hmm. Can I not designate an heir? Let me see if I can't do that. Can I go to add succession laws, feudal elective, title allegiance, feudal elective, vassal swearing, title allegiance, plus 5 rules, all direct. I'm trying to see the vassals oligarchical. Let's see. We have the prestige to actually do this, so I'm just kind of seeing what we can do. I'm not super familiar with like all of these. The ruler and all direct of one of the 2 ranks below the title can nominate a title heir from among themselves and the close families of the ruler. Vassal swearing allegiance. The ruler of all direct adult de jure vassals, 1 or 2 ranks below the title, can nominate a title heir from the most powerful vassal amongst them, the ruler's legitimate children, and any other valid claimant. Let's see. Except barons can nominate title heir amongst the ruler's extended family and any available claimants. So, okay. That one's pretty good. The ruler and all vassals above the rank of baron and 1 or 2 ranks below can nominate title heir. The Tanis from among the members of the ruler's dynasty vassals will tend to favor older, distant relatives. I think that's the best. So now we're going to go to, yeah, we're going to go to our brother. And now we have an heir. Okay, so okay. I think I just salvaged that a little bit. Sit there and think for a second. How to get out. I use like some like I had to use knowledge from previous campaigns to like come up to that. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. As long as we have an heir, I'm cool with it. We can make do with the rest later. We're not worried about that right now. Okay, and I think we're good, right? I don't see there being any issue with anything else that we're doing. We do have some of these right here. I think this is still best. Trinkets. Sure, we'll do that. We still have Andruel. So the scepter of a new. Okay, we just don't have an armor piece. That's fine. Not too worried about it. Okay, a lesser daughter of Gondor. As my siblings and I mourn the late father, King Elessar, we busy ourselves with the division of lands. Gondor fell to me, but what of my reserved sister, Marunya? Empty-handed, she watched the transition of power from the sidelines. No ceremonies for her, only oaths to others. Noble blood and the sword at her side. Alas, some are not destined to rule. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that's unfortunate. Shadow of Twilight. I'm actually curious. If I lose Humble, is like just Shadow of Twilight better? I'm glad I have the famous father. Yeah, we're gonna just take that. That's way, 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 way better. Now the question is, how many troops do I have? 49,000. Ooh, not the best, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. Let's go ahead and negotiate alliances. Nephew-in-law, who is him, which is actually pretty cool. Um, that's pretty cool. We can go ahead and get that person as our ally from the Rittermark. And I think we're just doing well. I think we're just fine here. Okay. Hmm. We do have some things to hang here. Well, actually, I'm going to put the purple one there and put the green one there. And we do have one person here. I'm not too worried about that. That's just kind of useless. Let's see. And wow, the election did not go my brother's way, which is unfortunate. I don't know exactly his relation to me, but whatever. not worrying about it right now. We'll figure it out later. So one of the big problems is that we are not getting near the monthly income that we were getting. And now I'm actually very curious as to, ooh, Umbrian Cult of the Lidless Eye Populist. Not the best, not the best, I gotta be honest. This guy, we're going to give him a directive of converting faith. Clearly needs to happen over here. So that way we can, avoid having those revolts over time, because that's definitely not something that we can afford right now. Who is that? Your sister-in-law? Okay. Your brother? Okay, cool. Well, my brother did have a son, so we will continue with our with the dynasty and all that. So that is something to be thankful for. I'm needing to check this because this needs to go pretty well here. I need to get that also done with so I can get as much gold as possible as soon as I can. You want freedom, you shall have it in death. Okay, so the Cult of the Lidless Eye, this is just what happens, I guess. Now that Aragorn is not the king anymore, populace feel like they're strong enough to actually fight you now. So that's something that we do need to be very, very aware of. And we also have to remember that we don't have near the we do not have near the commanders anymore because now our highest one is 24. One thing I do want to do, who is this right here? Lord Halbrand. Is there a way that I can actually have him as the leader of my armies? Actually, that's not bad. 33 is actually not bad at all. I ain't saying I'm trying to have him die in the war or anything, but it ain't gonna hurt if he does, so War Profiteer is gonna be really good here. We need to go ahead and just look at that. We have 106 gold to the bad here, just having them all just having them raised, so we're gonna have to do some real work here. We gotta work pretty quick too, because we don't have time to waste with this. Cool, you got the city. I'm cool with it. And then there is there's the what we didn't want to see right there. Okay, so now we need to see what we actually have here. So 56,000 to 51,000. Problem is with the gold income we have. Man, we're just not getting that much. Raised armies, 90 for court amenities, 78 for the owned legend. The legend is killing me right now. Desperately need that to be done with as soon as I can. We're gonna go ahead and call every ally that we can real quick. I can vassalize this person here. Where is he at? That's actually so huge to get this piece of land that I've been wanting for a little bit here. Okay. Let's see if we can't get a good alliance out of this. Is this an ally of mine? Let's do that. 18 to 5, okay. Let me see real quick as well. I'm trying to see if any of these guys will, now that I'm in like a different, um, now that I'm a different leader, maybe they might actually want to help me a little bit. I'm not 100% sure that's the case, but it doesn't hurt to at least try. Why not? Okay. Okay, let's see. Trying to see here. We can get our holy order. I forgot about that, so that's actually pretty good. I'm trying to figure out something that's not going to cost me a ton of money because we don't have a lot of money to spare right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and call all these guys to war real fast. I'm curious, where are these guys at? Okay, they're right there. Okay. Okay, can you get off my screen there? Thank you so very much. Let me see. So that's concerning right there. The fact that we aren't winning that, oh, that's rough. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying to think what we can do here because we've got the Rittermark here, or at least they should be. Where is he at? He's supposedly with me, so let's go ahead and move our guys over here. Let's go ahead and set up our rallying point right here. We're going to go ahead and raise what we can. Okay. And I really want this thing to be done with. This is becoming a pretty big hassle at this point. Let's go ahead and just complete this. I don't know what it's going to give me, but the gold itself is just crippling to me at this point. Launch a legendary adventure. Gain one time allow you to abandon your current realm and seek fortune somewhere else. Absolutely not. Commission a legendary artifact. Okay, well that sucks. That didn't give me anything. It was a waste of time and money. So let's see. We want the one with the best ability to fight here. 34 still I still think this is the best. Unless I'm just not seeing the potential here for some of these other things, but I just don't see any world where he's not the better of the guys that I'm seeing here. Let's go with Commander Skill. Friendly fatal casualties negative 20%. Stalwart Guardian is not bad. Let's see what this does. Enemy defense advantage negative 60. We have one advantage, so I mean that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get some mercenary bands on us. We're just gonna have to go ahead and get what we can here. It's not as much as I would like here. We can see if there's a mercenary band over here that we can call. I don't know. Might as well be worth a shot to get that. It's not a lot, but it is something. So, oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're just gonna crush us because we can't get enough of their guys out of the way here. Hmm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And they're gonna take everything over here. That sucks so bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep on trying to find some way to finagle this war out here. So we're gonna have to just keep taking land here. There's no other option. We can't let them take too much. Let's see if we can't start retaking some of their land and might be able to push them off. God, our sieges are much slower than theirs though, which does really, really, really suck. Let's see. What about this? What do we have here? Let us go ahead, and we can't. It's not even going to let us, so that's another unfortunate thing. Let's see. We're at 39%, so not all is lost here. We're going to be fine for now, but we're going to have to really start coming up with some plan here soon. Let's move our guys over here. I don't know what his troops are looking to do right now. And his troops got there right before mine did, so it sucks. We're going to go down here and we're going to start retaking these provinces real fast because we need to try to get some of the war score back as fast as we can. So he's going to keep on sieging. And the hope is that we can get his attrition down faster than he can get ours down, which is the definite goal here. I wonder if we can go after this right here. This is a really small band of troops here. It's going to be tough. Golly, we couldn't get that small like stack of troops down fast enough. Let's go ahead and raise up what we can here. Let's see, what do we have for a marshal? We need the best marshal we can to just get as many troops as we can. All right, so let's see here. Commission a legendary artifact? Absolutely not. We cannot afford that. My granddaughter. Alliance power here. I don't know if this is possible, but let's see. We do have some. You have two of those guys that we can. Mordor Holy Order for Nern. Absolutely. Get him here as fast as we can. And that is this guy right here. So this guy should be strong at this point. 7,000 troops is nothing to scoff at here when we're like we're in the trenches right now, basically, just grinding out every battle that we can. At 54%, we're not doing terrible. Let me see if there's anybody here. Okay, so we can't get this person here. It's only 800 troops, but I mean, it's something. You might as well just take what you can here. Let's go ahead and just take out as many of these guys as we can. I get it's going to hurt me a little bit, but I think his attrition damage is going to stack up eventually. And we're doing okay with troops. We're still at 32,000, so we're not like, we're not just, I don't know, we're not just hemorrhaging troops here. One thing that we can do, I'm trying to think, we might be able to set a rallying point up here. And we're just going to set some of our guys over here. We're going to take this back real fast. Get back some of our troops real quick. We're at 38,000. Fearful troops, perfectly fine. Can we actually do this now? Beautiful. That's what I like to see. White piece in that right now because I do not need that at all. Let me see what we can get for alliance power. Can ransom somebody off here. That's pretty good. Okay. We're going to call this guy to war with us. We're at 40,000, so we are doing pretty decent with this. And this seems like a crazy thing, but we're going to war with this guy strictly to try to pull this guy off of that siege right there. Because the longer this goes, the more troops that they lose like over time to the attrition damage. And it's staying at 54%, so we're kind of like cheesing this a little bit here. We do have one piece of land that we do have to get rid of somewhere, wherever we can. We'll give this guy this piece of land up here, which is perfectly fine. We do not need it. And we're moving on. And this is actually good to go ahead and move these guys out of here, because we do have a bunch of troops that are stuck up there with those guys that we don't necessarily need to be stuck up there with those guys. And here we go. There we go. And we pulled these guys off of that siege, which is all we really wanted there. That's fine. Let's get out of there. Negotiate the defensive pact. That's perfectly fine with me. And see, we're at 54%, and he's attacking us, but not getting anything done, which is kind of the goal here. We're doing fine with troops, I believe. I don't think we're doing anything crazy here. Mercenary bands, we can go ahead and get this 2,000 something stack here, which would be pretty good for us. High level mercenaries is not going to be frowned upon at all here. Ooh, we gotta pick off here, I think. Maybe not. I thought we might have had something there. We have like a 10,000 stack that's just like running on their own right now. Show this guy in at once. Great. I love the extra little money there. It's not a lot, but it's something, you know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why am I not helping these guys? It's crazy. That was actually insane. Like, why was my troops out? That was okay. That was nuts. I didn't understand that at all. How my troops were just sitting there and not helping in that battle. But whatever, dude, I have no idea. But that's actually huge though, because we actually beat them. Like his troops dwindled significantly. He's only got 36,000 out to our 55. We just straight up beat him um, in most scenarios now. So now we just got to see where did he like. I guess where is he at? Maybe we can go down here and we can siege some of his lands up. I just don't see a world where we have to worry anymore. Like we can just siege his lands now. What does contrite even mean here? Intrigue? Actually, that's fine because I do not need intrigue on this character. We did get some lordships here. Okay, let's see. Moving on. We're going to go ahead and grant this to some. Oh, what's crazy is his character is Arnorian. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm just now seeing that for the first time. 3, 4. Okay, interesting, interesting. I did not realize that she was of the Arnorian culture, which I mean doesn't really matter because I think Arnorians are. I think that culture is good too. I'm not 100% on that, but you know, I'm sure it's fine. We're at 27,000. We are losing troops really, really quickly, so we do need to be careful with that. Let us move down here and attack some of their troops, I think, would be really good. We did catch a 2,000 stack, just kind of chilling. Would like to know why my allies are not helping me there, which is terrible. Okay, so now we have a bigger problem. We have people like we have like people in our actual armies who are trying to leave now. Liberty War. What does this mean? If we surrender this, what does this do? The Crown Authority is reached by 1 step. Sure, we're gonna do that. We're not fighting that. Like I just don't. No, we're not doing that right now. Let's see where are our troops at is the question. Okay. Did we lose like everything? Oh, we lost like everything, everything. Okay. That is horrible. Um, mm, that's rough. That's real rough because now we have to gain everything back, and we lost everything because of the Liberty War. So the big problem with that is now we're ah man, we now we're having to do all of this again with that. So oh, that's ugly. That's just not even fun. Mm. We're gonna go over here to Bellum Justum. We're getting quite a few of our troops back pretty quickly. I don't know how these guys are doing right now. It does look like our allies are trapped. They can't get back to us, so that's even worse. That's like almost worst case scenario because now all of that work we did to get back to almost positive is now all gone. Let's see here. Domain limit. We did get 1+1 of our domain limit because of the dynasty legacy, so there's that. Okay. We have little choice. That's fine. We might as well wait the full 2 months because at this point there's no reason to wait anymore. Whoa, 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 Lothlorien. What do they want? I mean, I will gladly give that up to you. I'm not exactly sure how that's honestly kind of weird. right? Like, what are they fighting me for? Uh-huh. Okay. Didn't think I would see the day that that would happen, but sure. We're gonna go for this stack up here. We're gonna go for the weak their smaller band of units just to try to get any kind of victory that we can against them right now. And it's honestly fine. Anything that we can get right now is very, very helpful. I think I beat these guys down here because I do have significantly more troops than they do, 51,000. It says we're going to lose, which is interesting considering the fact that I am like so much stronger than them in like just in sheer numbers alone. Okay, so we did get a nice sizable advantage there. I'm just assuming it's because of troop like the strength and the troops that they actually have against us. It's just this war is like taking so long and so much out of me to be able to win it, or at least just to white piece it. So I guess it's a learning experience, if nothing else, going forward with what we're dealing with, because man, like these guys are so much harder to beat now. We did get 2 pieces of land now. What do we get? Did one of them say a bishopric? Huh, 2 of them are. Really? We can grant that to just some random, no, 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 not my brother, not the brother. Alright, and we do have a second one, so we are going to get rid of that. We're not keeping any we're not keeping just random baronies. Cool. Alright, back to the troops here. We're going to go over here, we're going to re-siege this real quick. Shouldn't take us too long, but we aren't going to take a whole lot of time to do it. Alright, so now we got to get back up here and we got to start attacking the bands that are still left. Alright, moving on down to this little piece of land right here. Okay, 38. Whew. I accept your gift. Awesome. Somebody just gave me some money. I don't even know. Let's check factions before we do anything crazy because, man, they got a lot of people that are out there ready to take a swing. We're going to go down here and we're going to re-siege this. You flatter me, my lord. Okay, cool. Not too worried about that. We're going to go ahead and try and siege a few of these pieces of land right here. This one we should take back real fast since it's like in this pass right here. I don't like that they didn't help me here with this. I would really appreciate it because I don't think I have the siege works to be able to take it down quick enough. And they are just okay. And apparently we just took like a huge negative bonus from this, so we need to start taking some of these back. So this is kind of like the thing about this war. This war is taking a long time just from the ebb and flow of everything. It's just becoming a real inconvenience. So I think like over time, I think we do just win. But man, it takes a long time to get there. Oh, we have two of these to do. Organized marches is great. Um, Pursuit is great too. Hit and run's also really good. But I think these are the two that are going to give me the most bang for my buck right now. And I think we're doing fine there. So what's funny about them is like they keep sieging, and they lose attrition like super fast against us. And their troops are acting a whole lot smarter than they have in the past as well, where they're like kind of sticking together a little bit, which in previous wars against them they have not done that. So, oh gosh, we have an 11,000 stack just sitting out there by themselves. Like, what's going on? That was wild. There's 11,000 stack just out in the cold. Just can't be doing that, buddy. You gotta be with the rest of the crew. Um, okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Call the house person to help us. Let them do that as well. I want to see something real quick. We do have 7,000 troops that can be raised right the moment. We can do that, and let's see. Is there anybody that we can raise for special mercenaries? Right, we can get him, and we can hire this person, and that's fine. Excellent. So we did get somebody to come over here and help us, which is amazing right now because we can use all the help we can get. Okay, we can get a battle here. We can get a really easy one. And if we can get our allies here, I think we just win it. Okay. So we did get a little lucky there because they split up a little bit too much. Whew. Okay. Now we got to capitalize on this because I think that just like decimated almost all of the troops he had, and we can start taking some of these sections over here pretty quickly. So we got to be quick though. We cannot like be slow about what we're doing. Take as much land as possible. We need our allies to do the same here. I'm not moving because I don't want these two to like derail what they're doing. Okay, we're gonna go down here, take this piece of land, accept it, accept it. I'm cool with it. Okay, and he's already back over here sieging. Okay, great. Okay, move back. Let's move our rallying point over here and raise what we can. I actually timed that out pretty well. I mean, that worked out really well. Let's see, we do have a steward over here that we can do. We're going to go ahead and collect taxes. Get as much money as we can from taxes because we have not actually tried doing that, and it couldn't hurt anything because we could really use whatever money we can get right now. Money is going to kind of keep us afloat in a lot of these wars that we're trying to do stuff in. Okay, 900 gold. We are like again, we are low on gold, just low all in just in general. We're going to go ahead and take this piece of land that they did take from us real quick. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? What happened? Like, how did that war become invalidated? Okay. No idea what happened there, but I'm not going to be upset about it because you take those. I love like the gumption on the 700 stack that's just like over here just doing their thing. That does kind of crack me up a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and end this war real quick. Interesting. Says we lost that. Oh, we didn't lose that. We lost the gold because of because we had to pay off a bunch of people, which sucks. But I mean, man, you got to do what you got to do there. We didn't really have any choice, because if not, we just lose, and we're gonna have a really tough time from that point on, because losing that giant chunk of land is almost just like it can't happen. This is wild how like long this is taking me to get these troops here. Um, okay, let's go ahead and let's just attack these guys. Enforce demands. Great. Disband everybody. Good. Now I gotta try to get some gold back. Alright. Let's go ahead and release every prisoner that we have, because any kind of gold that we can get is going to be extremely helpful. Anything that it's fine. Okay. And now we're going to release everybody here, hopefully getting some gold in return. Pay ransom, absolutely. Anything that you want to pay me, I will take. Okay. We're going to sit here for a moment and try to get some, try to get back to the right amount of money here, because we need to get to breaking even here. New heir, our brother. Okay, so our brother is our heir now. There is that, which honestly I'm much happier about. Like to keep the family ties in line here. And let's see. About this piece of land right here. Is this? No, it's not actually. That's crazy. Okay. And on that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. That was the longest episode I think of the series so far, but it was extremely imperative that we I stayed focused and tried to beat Mordor there, because Mordor, while all that was going on, apparently was also going after these guys over here, which is crazy. All the while we lost some crown authority. We also lost some land to Lothlorien, which is wild. I'm very very shocked that that happened. But hey, look, it does. And there's nothing you can do about it. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot, and it means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see all of you in the next one.